much. One is almost for faith. One is almost for family. So one is almost for finance. One is almost for creation. One is almost for future. One is almost for fulfillment. So so today I'm reading scoreboard or just being late. So this is what I have seen scoreboard that I'm going to check every day, every time. I'm actually even my ticket. So those people don't even know that the game of life, those people don't know that the game that are playing the game of life, they don't even know life is a game. They don't understand how to respond themselves. And most people are very busy resisting the game of life, hating the game of life, attempting to the game of life. So what they do is that they spend their time resisting the game of life by resisting the game, they hate the game, they complain about the game, they complain that life is hard, life is difficult, complaining, justifying uh, what they mean, and blaming the game of life. And we pay poverty, we pay the game of life. And you know, and sometimes you see to the game of life and what they do. And this is what they try to change your life. They are expecting, the same of expecting the game. So this is what a lot of people are looking and doing. So they will participate actively to win. They just they react to life. They don't respond. So and they don't move. They try to cheat the game looking for shortcuts. They don't have in the game rules, principles and laws. You don't cheat. It's like whether you align with the rules and the principles and succeed. So if you don't know, if you don't play the game of life, then you have lost. You have a little chance to win. If you don't play the game of life, you are not going to win. So because you are not even playing the game, and since you are not playing the game, they are being played. That means since you are not playing, you are the one, you are the pawn of the game. So the reality is that they are not trying to get into the game of life. We all are already in the game of life. So know it and have peace. So are you playing to win or reacting to lose? So when I think about this, it led us to understand two major factors here that the world is the word responsible is respond with ability. So that's to say that you cannot, if you have no ability for the situation that you are facing right now, then you are going to get frustrated by your life, by your inability to respond with ability, you are going to react. And that shows this shows that you're already losing. So in the game of life, you are either participating or you are spectating. So if you start today, so either you are participating, actively participating, actively participating. So all you are passively, passively spectating. So spectating. So just like football or any game, that people are going to participate and playing the game actively. And people that will actually watch them play the game. So I took up people in every game, whether it's long tennis, boxing, playing chess, any game. That either you're playing the game or people are watching you play the game. So some people get really like to watch people make money, buy a car, buy land, get with the children, make impact, succeed in life. Some people just people watch and they clap. I see that one winning. It's my team. Chelsea is my team. But you are not being paid. So it's not your team. Because if your life is not working, you cannot fix the wall. Your life must work, your personal income must work. So if you look at what someone is doing and you're excited uh, to the point that you lost sight of your participation, that means you are actually a spectator. So you can watch someone win and think that you're winning your favorite team, your favorite game, your favorite sport. So, and you're actually spending your time watching television, watching our sports, watching things that don't really your favor. Oh, God, my brother, you're just wasting your time. because it's either your life is either you own the game or you are playing the game or you are actually watching this playing the game. So either you are participating or you are spectating. So it is good either to watch people succeed, so to learn strategy to apply on your own game. But wasting time on people watching people succeed and you are not participating or watching news, seeing in constant negative news, ABC, always being your hobbies, definitely it will cause you to waste your time, your energy, your focus, your determination. If you cannot fix what is going on in the world, what if you cannot fix what's going on in your world, what are you going to do about the problem of the world? Nothing. So watching the sports, movies, spending longer time on television, watching people that are succeeding, that makes you a passive spectator. And once you're a passive spectator, you are not going to win because you see yourself as a victim and you'll never win the game in life. So if you hate, that's why I stopped this today. Yes or yes. So you're supposed to go to discuss how to win the scoreboard, but I've not finished playing the foundation. So it will not be good that I jump into scoreboard. So because once you spend time watching and you spend all on 2 hours, 3 hours, 90 minutes watching people and you just feel like a victim and being used there. The problem with that is that it don't stop there. Once you see yourself like a victim, it makes you after some time, you see yourself like a victim. Who is the villain? Who can always act the person that always acts in the wicked in the movie there's always attacking the actor. So a villain is defined as an evil or wicked character that emits evil action or harm other people. So a villain is a wicked, cruel, malicious person, typically the man antagonist in the story of fame that are opposing the hero. So from that place, we need to become the savior. So some become the savior of people that are victimized. He said, I'm the one helping people here. And then everyone is struggling, when is victimized, I'm the one abused. So watching the sports makes people feel like they are victims of everything that's happening in life. So what happens when you play the victim game for some time? The role change to become a bigger role. Once you have a bigger role for some time, you become a savior of those that are victimized. Feel that you have not gotten you have not gotten the fair part of life, that life is unfair to you. You start to think of how to take what is not your own and justify with the fact that I'm just embezzling, taking my part of life, lying to yourself. So then you become the savior of those that are victimized, becoming a champion of victimized people. And don't be a passive, I say don't be a passive spectator, be an active participator in the game of life. So write this down on our notes, start from there. I'm going strongly today. Write it down. Excuses erases any opportunity for excellence. Excuses erase any opportunity for excellence. So give an excuse. I'm not good enough. My father is not here. My mother have money. So I cannot be an active participant. Excuses erase any opportunity for excellence. You know, every opportunity will become excellent to become to do well in life. So we, you know, that excellently, you start giving excuse. We have different excuse as a tourist, poor people used to buy poverty. So a man that buy poverty start with excuse because poverty don't just manifest in people's life. Brokenness don't just manifest in people's life. Lack of money does not just manifest. Lack of love, lack of empathy, lack of creativity don't just manifest in people's life. We live in the world of cause and effect. That thing is an effect of a cause. So the person have broken the principles of wealth for a long time, the loss of wealth for a long time, loss of success. So the poverty now manifests in his life. So they are giving an excuse. I'm not good enough. I don't have money. I don't have someone that help me. Nobody's supporting me. Life is unfair to me. Because you think that they are going to watch people succeed. You must play the game to win the game. If you don't play the game actively, you lose the chance. So it's not your fault that you're in a game that you don't know about. All of us came to this life, we have 100 years, 200 years that God gave us to participate. Like they give 90 minutes for the match. Once the match is over, it's over. So the question is that were you actively using your creativity, vitality, all the things God embedded in you because we are not born, even though we are born naked, we are not born anything. There's something God embedded in us. Giftings, kindness, talent, creativity, vitality. My job, your job is to discover it, develop, and deploy. So do you spend time discovering your own? or you spend time watching people that discover their own. So if you spend time discovering your own, you start to develop your own. And when you package it and you now deploy your giftings to the marketplace, money will convert, value commands its own return. Those your giftings must be packaged in value, either products or services. Money responds to value, not prayer. Prayer is good. I pray. It's a spiritual activity, not physical. So the thing is this, for God to bless the man, you must do something. God bless the works of your hand. So if you don't participate in life, you are going to watch me succeed. And you clap for us. Hey, the one general election. And I brought out, and my councilor, governor, and my commissioner. So you want to clap for them based on where we do clap for you. In your head, what is your own plan? I don't have a plan because see, he that failed to plan to fail. Tell no, he that failed to plan to fail. So you either make up your mind to participate actively, or you keep watching people succeed and give you the same excuse. Keep acting like a villain, like a bad man in the movie, who attack the actor, who attack the succeeding. That's movie than act. That is people that are so wicked. Poverty is wickedness. Because those that make effort, not physical effort first, mental effort. Because poverty starts in the mind, settles in the pocket. Fighting what are the whole of pocket, it cannot work because that's the fruit. Fight at the deep root mindset. His mindset is not physical first. His mindset, mentality, a way of thinking, that's about his mindset. The way he sets the mind, it's a problem. Setting your mind that you are you are not capable of winning in the game of life. It's a small thinking. Because you already won the war, you already did the game before the game started. Because for you to live 9 months and come out, you're a champion. Do you know the race you ran? No eyes, no legs, no nothing. You ran the race, you ran the race and get the egg out of millions of things. So you already won the battle. The championship was given to you to manifest as a creator before you came. But you come and collect the power to go and get wealth, Deuteronomy 8, verse 18, and hold the power, become powerful, poor person. God's giving you power to get wealth, not to give you wealth. I said, I'm giving you power to get wealth. It is your responsibility to turn the power to wealth. So go to the power and get it and hold it and become powerful, poor man. So you already won the game of life. Only live the game of life by participating. We say, no, you don't have any excuses because you don't know that the excuses are the currency for people to buy. Because as an entrepreneur, as I'm going to do your business with poultry farmer, fish farmer, be your student, be your community, you already won. All you need to stand up there and challenge yourself and you know for sure. Whether you participate or not, challenges is there. To be rich is hard, to be broke is hard. Choose your hand. So you are either playing the game to win or you are being played upon. So spectators don't win the game. Write it down. Spectators don't win the game. Spectators don't win the game of life. Spectators don't win the game of life. Because they are being lured. L-U-R-E. They are being lured. They are being lured. L-U-R-E. They are being lured to believe that they cannot win. So they are being lured. I will tell you how they are being lured. Spectators don't win the game of life because they are being lured. L-U-R-E. Lured. Yeah? They are being lured to believe that they cannot win. They are being lured to believe that they cannot win because one, life is too hard. Number two, it takes long time. Spectators don't win the game of life because I've been there to believe that they cannot win. Because number one, life is too hard, life is too difficult. Number two, it takes a long time to be successful the right way. Number three, it costs too much money. I cannot afford it. Imagine that. Spectators don't win the game of life because I've been there to believe that number one, life is too hard or life is too difficult. Number two, it takes a long time. Number three, it costs too much money. I say spectators don't win the game of life because they are being lured, L-U-R-E, they are being lured, they are being enticed, they are being camouflaged. That to believe that they cannot win because life is too hard, life is too difficult. Number two, it takes a long time to win the right way. Number three, it costs too much money. Number four, it requires relationship that I don't have. I don't have a governor, I don't have a pastor, I don't have this, I don't have that. My mother did not give me $50 billion. I'm not from Dangote family. I'm not from a $10 family. I'm not from Elon Musk. I'm not Bill Gates. It's not my father. Is it my fault? I was born broke and poor. Is it my fault? So spectators don't win a game of life because I need not to believe that they cannot win because life is too hard, life is too difficult. And it takes a long time to win the right way. Life is cost too much money, I cannot afford it. It requires a relationship I don't have. And also, I can't win because nothing is working in my life. There are being lots of people that cannot win. Who told you cannot win? Why do you believe that negative news about yourself? For the true report, will you believe? God's report or the evil report? Choose the report now. Why not choose the one that you're faithful and wonderfully you are light of the world, the salt of it. We really want the battle. They are addicted to a sit with him far above our principalities and power. Why don't you believe that one? Why do you always believe that witches and wizards are pressing you? Why would you ever believe that witches and wizards is above you? Why don't you believe the one that you are far above principalities and power that are beneath your legs? Why do you believe that? Why are you having the spirit of fear? When the Bible told you, I'm not giving the spirit of fear, but of sound mind, you leave that one, look at it. Why must you believe poverty? That is your birthright. That's the problem. I have happened to belief system because belief controls behavior. Tell us beliefs. It controls behavior. So they make a man in here is because of the thing beliefs. Beliefs controls behavior. So I have when you don't listen. Why do you even report about yourself? That's the challenge I have. Why do you believe that you cannot succeed? And you now say, voice report. You end up justifying it like a report. I don't understand. I will never say, come you see like why is it my own thing? Why is it my own thing? You know, last month somebody came to my office and they opened my office. Not I said, come to the house, I don't always love my office on time. Come on, what's some person said, my life is so hard. I want to buy now. God, buy me, God, buy me. My life is unfair. I said, no. The last time they talked about that, guys, I said, sit down, with your eyes. Get water for the drink, get the water to drink, calm down, please. Let's begin to talk about this thing. I don't see the way I'm seeing it too. So because we talking, it's already happy, excited because perspective must change, perception must change. You see the wrong thing, you get the wrong result. You attract what you don't occupy your mind. You attract love attraction, you attract what you focus on. Then whatever you focus on expands, magnify, amplify. So the same time, problem everywhere. So the thing is this: the game of life was meant for you to win. And for you to win, you cannot come and the game you have succeeded, and now can afford them, you want you to succeed. And glad that you won. One thing, your life is not fixed. Fix your own life by participating actively. So make a decision today to stop hating the game of life and start playing the game of life to win. Write all your notes very boldly. Do not be saying today, write this one, you tell me thank you. Make a decision. Don't make a choice. Decision. Decide. Cut off any negative options. Make a decision to stop hating the game of life. Stop hating life. Stop hating opportunities. Stop hating people. Make a choice to stop hating the game of life and start playing the game actively to win. Involve. Involve. Don't be passive. Don't sit on the fence. Get involved. Stop hating. Make a decision today to stop hating the game of life and decide and start playing. Decide to make a decision to stop hating the game of life and start playing the game actively to win. So you are supposed to be actively participants. I'm very on that because you are supposed to game supposed to be fun, right? Or you know the game. We all are supposed to be active participants. We all are supposed to be active participants and play the game of life. Because all games are supposed to be fun. We all are supposed to active to be active participants. You are supposed to be active participants in the game of life and play the game of life to win. Because games are supposed to be fun. Games are supposed to be fun. All games were meant to be fun. That is why it's called game. So we all are supposed to be active participants and play the game of life to win. Because games are supposed to be fun. Why don't you see them as fun? Why don't you see them as fun? Why don't you see them as fun? Why is that every time that life happens to you, you're angry, you're offended, you're bitter, You took it this morning. And I don't like living among poor neighborhood. I live in a well neighborhood and I drive across falling. So it's part of this small part of world that village people are still staying. So some people are fighting this morning, every morning, every men are fighting, we face me and face you. What is good about face me and face you? Like I say, fighting on top problem. What is good? I don't understand. Every man this morning they want to blow. What a failure. What a failure. And then God, I went on my car with this. I saw that drive there, told me blood everywhere. Eh? I fighting. We have failed in life already. We face my face, you are fighting. You should be ashamed of yourself. So like, I'm fighting this morning. Say it. One person. Lord. Is that what it's supposed to be? This is supposed to be focus, face, family, events. You are doing important. That's enough fight. That's enough mental damage. That is not psychological damage. Like wake up and see face me and face you. Poverty, they go to poverty, we don't go wake up. Me, I didn't face my face. Maybe I'm angry when I was growing up. I woke up, see face, maybe I reverse. I didn't, why am I living? I'm not supposed to be here. What brought me to this place in life? I'm not like that. Maybe I have more than a back up to back to more for face me and face. One point take for the fight. Appreciation of go, all. And the bank was there, wipe up my car. I just like pass. There's nothing good about poverty. There is no treasure in poverty. Poverty is a mental sickness, like mad person. Every poor man get like mad person. That is not your portion. It cannot be your portion. It will not be your portion. You don't get that. You're poor. You are not poor. Sound rich. Sound wealthy. Sound a success. Sound millionaire. Sound millionaire. I win in the game of life. Focus. My faith. My family. Finance. My future. My fulfillment. Actively creating something. Your mates are going China. China are creating things. Dubai. They are in the fight. But waiting now. On that thing, government. Waiting good for the government now. That creativity, that energy to create that effective. The devil has possibly used part of their brain to do fry, come, plantain, which are profit, but they do it again. So they are okay, no one, because you don't make progress when there is fight, when there is war. Productivity doesn't happen there. So, are you supposed to? So, how can I play the game of life going forward? I don't know, but what I know is that I'm having fun, I'm having fun. Whatever could happen, good or bad, it's fun for me. So, you have to realize few things. Okay, it's something I want to make us realize. Let me just read this one so I can. There are three enemies in the game of life. Before I mention how to be the game of life, before I like three enemies, let me do something there. Realize that you are fighting, realize that fighting the facts, truth, reality, how life works, it doesn't work, fuels frustration. Write it down. Realize that fighting facts, just realize that fighting facts, reality, faith, truth, truth, and how life works. And how life works. Just realize that fighting facts, reality, faith, truth, and how life works fuels frustration. Fuels frustration. So just realize that fighting nature fuels frustration. I'm planting cassava wrongly. Termite eat it. I'm angry. No, I should be thinking, how can I put termites germicide so that they do not eat my cat next time? I'm fighting. I'm planting corn. Something came to eat it. I'm fighting. No, don't fight life. Don't, once you fight nature, realize that fighting facts, reality, truth, how life works, fuels frustration. So once you begin to fight things, want your husband to change, my husband, you have to change, want to work, it will lead to frustration. So no fight. You lose. I'll show the scoreboard. So when anyone feel very frustrated, it's a fact and a clue that you're fighting facts, reality. Is it my fault that someone don't want to beat me? I'm angry. I should be angry. I get people you don't see all the week. I'm not offended now because I'm looking at your ignorance. I'm pitying you. I have empathy for you. That has become many how to make money. Buy investment. I said, I will teach you for free. I know they charge money as a corporate social responsibility. You say, no, why would I get myself angry? I don't get offended with those things. Before I used to be angry before that, even for the truth. That fighting reality in life. Please, no frustration. That happens. Happens to everybody. It has happened. It has happened. Question, what is solution? I should spend my time to get solution. Fighting life. Getting your husband to change, your wife to change, pastor to change, business to change, market to change, economy to change, dollar to change, naira to change. Enforce function. See, don't fight things that are not change. Don't fight it. Forex market, crypto market, dollar, pounds, your governor. Don't fight things that are not change. It's wasted energy, focus, direction. You are wasting it. You lose aura. Focus on things you can change. So all people all people spectators, failures in the game of life want to change the rules, the principles of life. But they want the principle of life and rules to change. Why they remain the same and still want to win the game? How? Write it down. Poor people command spectators of life. Poor people command spectator of life. Command failure in the game of life. Poor people command spectator of life game. Right? Command failure in the game of life. Want the facts, the rules, the principles, the laws of life to change. Poor people command failure, spectator of life game, command failure in the game of life, command wants the rules, the principles, regulations, principles, and laws of life to change. Why they remain the same and still want to win the game of life? How? You want to remain the same, you don't want to change, but you want everything around you to change, and you want to still win the game. It's not possible. Frustration. I want money, but you don't want to change. You don't want to read book, you don't want to grow yourself, you don't want to grow your mindset. They lost the piece of us, you don't want to learn it. But you want life to work for you and win the same game. Yeah, very big joke. It's frustration. Poor people command spectator of life game, command failure in the game of life. Want the facts, the rules, the principles, and the laws of life to change. Why they remain the same and still want to win the game of life? It's not possible. So I want to be successful. So I don't want to be successful friends. I don't want to get relationships. I don't want to focus. I don't want to work on my finance. I don't want my friendship to grow. I want everything around me to change. Then me, I don't want to change. So everybody is a problem. I blame everybody. I don't blame myself. You are the problem for sure. So you're the common factor in everything. Everybody is bad. Your pastor is bad. Your neighbor is bad. Everybody hates you. Life is against you. So everything is wrong with you. So you are the only good person. That comes from congratulations. You are the problem now, you know. So poor people, spectator of life game, failure in the game of life, want to lose facts, truth, regulations, laws of life to change. Why they remain the same and still want to win the game of life? Write it down on your note, very important. Please, not written it today. Write this statement with tell me thank you. Write it down. When you learn to play with the principle, it produces progress and productivity. When you learn to play with the principles of life, fact of life, reality of life, laws of life. When you learn to play with the principles of life, facts, rules, regulation of life, it produces progress and productivity. When you learn to play with the principles of life, it produces progress and productivity. So a lot of people are making progress in life. Like me, we are becoming more productive by the day because we don't feel like games. We only see how we can align. We like games. I know there's a lot of law of gravity. Anything that jump up must come down. I don't fight it. I need to find a way to apply a higher law that makes it work for me. You know, the principles of life are God's automation and God's delegation. You don't find principles. God put automation and delegation to nature. So why not align? Since God created in Genesis and created man as the creator, God made the rest. So we now create things. God did not create this one for us. We created this one. God did not create this one. We created it. God did not create my clothes. Everything I'm wearing right now, this purpose, everything here, it is man's creation. So God automated it. God just put the seed and the seed get everything. One seed come a tree come more fruit become more seed. Progress happen. So you cannot find principles of life. Why not learn them? Why not know the laws? Why not align? Why not focus on winning? So acceptance of life automation is the only way and the only thing in life that activates advantage in life of it. Write it down. Acceptance of life automation. Acceptance of life automation, the law of gravity, the law of cause and effect, sit down and harvest time will never sit down at the end of the minute. Acceptance of life automation is the only thing in life that activates advantage in the game of life. Acceptance of life automation. Acceptance of life automation is the only thing in life that activates advantages in the game of life. So if you accept the way life is, you're really advantage. You win the game. You're really advantage. You're really playing to win. Acceptance of life automation is the only thing in life that activates advantages in the game of life. I accepted the woman to 9 months. 9 month pregnancy, I accept. No, I accept it. I know I'll plant, no matter how I plan fast. Corn will take 3 months. I think corn. Local one, 4 months. I accept it. I accept that. You have to take space, accept it. I said that we need to transform someone from where he was to becoming better. I'm gonna do what the Bible says. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So I focus on the mind to be renewed for transformation to take place. And the person involved must participate. Because if you don't participate, you cannot be transformed, be reformed. If you don't participate, you cannot form the discipline that will help you sustain the outcomes and results. Because the discipline to sustain outcomes and results is developed and formed in the process. So I don't need to cut shortcut because shortcut will cut the person like short. So before the process, that write your head, write jam, get ambition, first semester, second semester, second. So I accept life game. So I have 5 minutes more. So let me go to the 3 enemies of life and the 3 enemies of the game of life. Because once you understand these 3 enemies, you can make it. I don't know it. Tomorrow upon the place. The 3 enemies of the game of life. So I'm just writing them down. Maybe if I cannot finish it today, one day we can finish it. Number 1, the work. When I mean the work, I mean your life ambition. Life ambition. What is life ambition? At least when you are trying to, okay, I'll give you the notes. Let me just talk about so that I will not have done this one. This one is in the flesh. What I mean by your appetite. What I mean your appetite. I mean, okay, look like this. It's like to make sure this is thinking. We want people to think about it. This is feeling. Then we want to feel that the world is working for you. So it's the only way people don't know that they intended that you are going to once you fell in this place. My brother and sister, they already discussed one of that, and we discussed spending. So number 3 is called the devil. I mean the devil. I mean your attitude. Your attitude. And your attitude is the attitude is your belief system. The way you believe, or the way you behave. It's not being possible. That what is your attitude. The good, the only good attitude is called gratitude. So, and you are not having the gratitude, you are okay. Let me see what I can do. So, the 3 enemies of game of life. The first one is the world. The world. So, when I mean the world, I mean life ambition. What my life ambition is that the world is fighting you in creating inside of you the need for people to believe and think something about you. So the world here is your desire to be somebody in the mind of other people. If you want people to think good about you, you are going to act in a certain way. That's even against your values and your ethics. So you want to say no, that someone will not feel bad. Because of the way you don't want somebody to think and see that a bad person, you now compromise. No, be yourself. You know the truth. Why the person feel bad about your mission or not? Just you know that this thing is bad. So having sexual affair with an opposite sex, there is nobody is bad. But you don't want the boy to feel that you are stingy, you are uptight. So you now say you compromise and say, yes, I didn't want him to feel bad too. So I wanted to think like a good person. Okay, you know that stealing something is bad, and you take it up, and you want it because you and your friend when they say, I don't want my friend to feel that I'm bringing him there. I don't want to think good about him. Really. So if I need to think something about me, I am a bondage of the person of your own thought about me. This is the reason why people don't serve in their giftings, because they're afraid of what we think and say about them. Because I don't want to tell you that you're going to millionaire school. So now, before you go, you carry waterproof and die your notes. So hide it through the backyard. So you don't want people to laugh at you. They're going to millionaire school. Why do you want people to think about you? So that feeling of the way you want people to think about you is a problem. So you're afraid of what people think and they will say about you. And you start to form a negative about you. So see here, write on your notes. Yeah. People's opinion don't pay your bills. People's opinion don't pay your bills. People's opinion don't pay your bills. Full stop. Write it down. Learn to be okay by being misunderstood by other people. Learn to be okay by being misunderstood by other people. Trying to please people is a problem here. That is the biggest enemy of winning the game of life because you hardly win. You want everyone to see like we don't even know. You want everyone to like you. You want to think that the other thing, that thing they want you to think about is a problem because your every personal opinion is affecting you. Learn to be okay by being misunderstood. So learn to be okay with people that have a bad motives about what you're doing. Don't answer to anybody. Answer to God. Take your conscience. What I'm doing, is it giving God glory? Is it helping me as a person? Leave people alone. You cannot please the world. Even Christ never please the world. Even though you kill your flesh, you cook for them to chop. They will not like you. Oh man, if you like, do everything in this life. You will see that the attitude is that you sweep the floor, they move their leg and take the flower they stand. Learn to be okay. You didn't bring that thing. You wash clothes and hand, you check it while you wash it very well. Learn to be okay. Learn to be okay. Learn to accept it. You walk and back and say, I'm making shakara. Learn to be okay. Don't respond to them because you don't throw stones at every door that backs at you. If you do that, you will not get to your destination. Learn to be okay. When you do something, say you're dressing sharp. They say, well, learn to be okay. Learn to be okay. When people laugh at you that you're pursuing your dreams and goal, learn to be okay. Learn to be okay because trying to please people, that ambition, that's the problem. You want people to think about you. Learn to be okay. People laugh at you. Learn to be okay. Learn to be okay. Tell them, learn to be okay. Learn to be okay. When people call you millionaire, say, learn to be okay. When people call you millionaire creator, when people call me millionaire, say, learn to be okay. Learn to be okay. When people say you are flying aircrafts, when people say you are traveling on the world, you are going on vacation. You are learning and learning good. Learn to be okay. When you fry chicken, you fry egg, whatever it is stopped. Learn to be okay. Learn to be okay. Because sometimes I don't mind what to do now and disturb the compound with my generator. Learn to be okay. With your password, neighbor generator, learn to be okay. With your mechanical generator, learn to be okay. Learn to have solar panel in your house, learn to be okay. No further solar panel around you, you are the only one, learn to be okay. Learn to be okay to dress sharp. Learn to be okay. Learn to be okay. Learn to be okay. People's opinion don't pay your bills. Never. If you want to please everybody, that's the biggest enemy you have. You'll be a victim of people's thoughts. You win, you lose the life game. There's something I wanted us to talk about. Maybe I will just go there to talk about it because I want to end the class there. I will give the notes for 2 and 3, but I want to do something about 3. Just 3. So just go and write for me. Um, Never forget that life is a gift. Number 3, I'm going to do because I will talk about it, but I want to just make this 10 minutes. When I give you the notes, say write it down. Never forget that life is a gift. Never forget that life is a gift. And everything life offers is also a gift. Never forget that life is a gift. And everything life offers is a gift. So your marriage is a gift. Building a business is a gift. Reading a book is a gift. Hyper is a gift. Waking up is a gift. Reading is a gift. Being strong is a gift. Having challenges is a gift. Learn to accept life as a gift. Being healthy is a gift. Being sick is a gift. Accept life as a gift because it's a gift. You didn't pay money to accept anything. Do you pay money to wake up this morning?
I'm buying them.
Do you pay money to breathe?
Grace.
Did I pay money?
No.
Did I pay money to jump? See, like it's a gift. I don't have time to read. Before I read that book, I have to read. It's a gift. I pay my wife buy price. If I have the money to make what it's a gift. My children are gifts. Some children do not have the chance to see a life. Some died. So they are gifts. You finish the chance, it's a gift. You are going to finish as a gift. Once you accept that as a gift, you feel it. Once you accept that as a gift, you become grateful. If you are not grateful, the man said you are a great fool. So there's no way you have a gratitude as a good attitude. If you don't see life as a gift, it will affect your behavior. So everything is a gift. Somebody shouting on you is a gift. Some people really want to shout on them. I'm so bored doing this out. No trouble, no drama. It's so boring. Now you have your own. 2 days ago, I went to sleep and I was just talking. I said, let me sleep. And I said, no, I'm not finished talking. Let me just say this one thing. One thing, don't talk. I said, nah. He said, this one. I said, we'll talk to me. He said, no, this one thing, just small. You don't talk again. I said, this. Something told me it's a gift. Said it's a gift. I said, no, the hand is not talking to them. They're like this in the house. They're bored. Mr. Mahon is talking to me. It's a gift. Tell her it's a gift. I was telling you about today is my children's cultural day in school. Papa, boy, I gave your girl the clothes. I think I want to play the dog of children. I said I will go. He said, tell him to do that cara like this. I said, I will tell him. They want to do for the men. We call it I said I will know. He said, I gave him the design. Make sure I said I will know. He said, I said I will know. He said, okay, now the doctor will do my daughter here. I said, no. He said, you said the one asked me 7 day break. He said, no, this is that. I want to show you my friend. I said, so now I said, yes and no. He said, that face, the battery. I said, no. He said, it's I said, no. I said, no. He said, one more. He said, gift. He said, gift. He talk. I said, if I sleep, he said, wait, I'm not finished. One more.
It's a gift.
It's a gift. Now, question. Do you think I'll go to the zero shop? Yes. Me, I will come there. So I wait for the teller. I said, please give me the clothes. I'll carry by myself. No, right, I'm not saying that I'll collect the clothes. If I start to say my last bag, carry my daughter to the salon, be with him because everybody's busy in the house. He's a gift. It's a gift.
It's a gift.
He said, the mechanic come. I said, I'll send the money to the mechanic. He said, give it to you. I said, anyone I present that. I'll tell you it's a gift. So just talking. I think it's a gift.
Only married men understand.
Sir.
Only married men understand.
I wish I could continue. This will make me just it's going without a mentor. Mentorship is a negotiation comes to
Yes.
success. So mentor feedback. See how they talk. Happy weekend. Wonderful Friday. Bye bye.
Thank you.